My name is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 900. I'm a cop. Alright, so my designation is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 900. I'm a cop. My creators in the Bronx weren't big on snappy names. They were big on pastrami and arguing about hover stickball. You can call me 900, it's easier. Less of a strain on your organic voice boxes.
I still think life is a Nintendo game.
I'm an AI, a pretty advanced one if I do say so myself, which I do. Often. I process data, I make calculations, I also make a mean synth espresso. It's a niche skill, but it's mine. My current traveling companions, a real collection of action figures somebody left out in the rain. First up, Captain N. Kevin Keene. He still thinks life is a Nintendo game. He carries a zapper, he tries to shoot pigeons with it, says they're level bosses.
You can't see me.
Then there's Checkpoint. You might know him as John Cena. He's large, very large. He says you can't see me a lot. Ironically, he's incredibly easy to see, especially in neon pink spandex, which he is currently wearing. Don't ask.
Where are the lava pits? And decent tacos?
Then we have Bowser. Yes, Bowser, king of the Koopas. He's on some kind of interdimensional goodwill tour. Mostly he complains about the lack of lava pits. We landed at Neo Narita International Aerodrome. It was a lot. Imagine Times Square had a baby with a circuit board. And that baby was really into flashing lights. And holograms. Holograms everywhere, selling things, giving directions I couldn't understand. Probably offering me extended warranties for my positronic brain. I politely declined, internally of course. My external speakers were busy emitting a low hum of bewilderment, which, for a robot, is basically a scream. The air smelled like cherry blossoms and ozone and something vaguely fishy, not bad fishy, more like intriguing fishy.
I smell unidentified meat products.
Bowser immediately started sniffing around for a food court, claimed he could smell unidentified meat products. Blitz was on high alert. Every luggage bot, every cleaning drone, every tiny little automated cart was a potential threat, or a chew toy. Hard to tell with him sometimes. He growled at a vending machine dispensing glowing green soda. Fair enough. That stuff looked radioactive.
Health file!
Captain N tried to collect a floating koi fish hologram. He thought it was a power-up, swiped at it with his power glove, phased right through. He looked disappointed, like he'd missed a one-up mushroom.
Konnichiwa, sumimasen!
Checkpoint attempted to ask for directions, in what I assume he thought was Japanese. It sounded more like he was gargling gravel while being mildly electrocuted. The information kiosk bot just blinked its single red eye at him, then rolled away, slowly. Our ride arrived. It wasn't subtle, it was a party limousine, emphasis on party. And limousine if your idea of a limo is a disco ball on wheels. This thing was long, impossibly long. It gleamed with chrome that probably blinded pilots miles away. It had underglow lighting that cycled through the entire neon spectrum, every 2 seconds. My optical sensors were having a field day or a seizure. The jury's still out. The doors opened, upwards, like DeLorean wings. Of course they did. Inside was even more vibrant. Plush, purple velvet seats. A miniature fog machine puffing out strawberry-scented smoke. A sound system that could probably liquefy internal organs. If you had them. Lucky me.
Insufficient door aperture.
Bowser tried to climb in first. He got stuck. Briefly. There was a moment of panic. His panic. My amusement. Checkpoint, ever the gentleman, gave him a helpful shove. Bowser grunted. Something about insufficient door aperture. I think he meant door too small. He's surprisingly eloquent when annoyed.
Health file!
Captain N immediately found the mini-fridge, pulled out something that looked like a blue potion. Health vial, he declared, then chugged it. It was probably just blue raspberry soda. The limo lurched into traffic. Neo-Tokyo's skyways were a dizzying ballet of flying vehicles and flashing billboards. So many billboards. My internal ad blocker was working overtime.
Look, bonus stage.
Captain N was glued to the window. Look, bonus stage, he yelled, pointing at a particularly complex interchange. He then tried to use his controller to steer the limo. The driver, a stoic android with mirrored sunglasses, didn't even flinch. Probably seen it all before. This city runs on weird.
Konnichiwa, sumimasen!
Checkpoint, bless his massive heart, was practicing his Japanese with a small holographic phrasebook. Konnichiwa, he boomed, at a passing drone. The drone wobbled, nearly clipped a noodle delivery scooter. Sumimasen, he added, even louder. The phrasebook probably didn't cover apologizing for almost causing a multi-vehicle pileup with your terrible accent. He then tried to order virtual sushi from a pop-up ad on the window. He ended up subscribing to a digital pet fish service, named Bartholomew.
Koopa King Blues.
Bowser discovered the karaoke machine. Oh dear. His rendition of Koopa King Blues was something, mostly roaring, and complaints about Princess Peach. The fog machine seemed to intensify with his emotional distress. Blitz, startled by a particularly high-pitched roar, jumped onto the dashboard. He started barking at the holographic GPS lady. She just kept saying, "In 200 meters, turn right," unfazed.
Section 5, Commercial Break Walmart, your wallet's best friend. Are your circuits fried from high prices? Need to refuel your family's rocket car without emptying your credit chips? Then zoom on down to Walmart. We've got everything from protein paste to personal hovercrafts, all at prices that won't make your positronic brain short-circuit. Walmart. Save money, live futuristically better. Don't delay, shop today. Your future self will thank you.
Section 6, Hard Rock, Neo Tokyo Glitz, Guitars, and Mild Indigestion. We finally spilled out of the chromatic catastrophe. Right in front of Hard Rock Neo Tokyo, it was impressive.
If your idea of impressive is a giant guitar-shaped building with actual flames shooting out of the headstock, periodically.
The flames were blue, very futuristic. The entrance was flanked by two towering chrome statues. One looked like a samurai Elvis. The other, a geisha with a keytar, subtle.
Where's the buffet?
Bowser grumbled. Checkpoint flexed, for the statues. I pretended not to see that. Captain N was already trying to find the gift shop. Turbo Two-Tone admired the custom hover bikes, all chrome and neon and probably illegal engine modifications. He looked like he wanted to take one for a test spin. Section 7, Guitars, Gyoza, and Grandstanding Inside the Rock. Inside, it was even more hard rocky, if that's a word. It probably isn't. But it fits. Every wall was covered in memorabilia. Holographic guitars played silent solos. Autographed space kimonos from intergalactic rock stars I'd never heard of. A drum kit that apparently belonged to a band of sentient squids from Neptune. It was dimly lit, except for the stage, which was currently occupied by a robot band, singing in perfect, synthesized harmony about lost love and laser beams. Catchy, actually. We got a table, a big one, near a giant animatronic dragon that breathed smoke. Bowser seemed to approve. He tried to have a conversation with it. The dragon just blinked its LED eyes and breathed more smoke. Checkpoint immediately ordered the Mount Fuji of onion rings. It arrived. It was indeed mountain-sized. He then tried to, "You can't see me an onion ring." It didn't work. The onion ring remained stubbornly visible and delicious, apparently. He ate the whole thing. Impressive, or alarming.
Polybius!
Captain N found a vintage arcade cabinet in the corner, then started feeding tokens into it like his life depended on it. His eyes glazed over. He was in the zone. The game made weird blooping noises and flashed unsettling patterns. I'm pretty sure that game is an urban legend.
Is your day feeling a bit flat? Need a little sphere of sunshine to brighten your circuits? Then float on over to Krispy Kreme. Our original glazed donuts are so light they practically defy gravity. Made fresh all day, every day. Even in the future, Krispy Kreme, one bite and you'll be glazed and amazed. Get your dozen. Or two. We won't judge.
Section 9, A Sticky Situation and a Sushi Premonition. The robot band finished their set, with a power cord that vibrated my internal gyroscopes. Bowser, full of gyoza and synthetic beef, let out a satisfied roar, which some patrons mistook for applause, others for a small earthquake. He then tried to high-five the animatronic dragon. Missed. Whacked a flaming poo-poo platter instead. Flaming appetizers went flying. One landed on Checkpoint's shoulder. He just brushed it off.
Sauce is a little spicy.
He noted, unfazed, "Man's a tank." Captain N finally stumbled away from Polybius, looking pale and muttering about non-Euclidean geometry and seeing the code. He needed a sugary drink. Stat. Turbo Two-Tone was exchanging data chips with a roadie from the robot band, probably getting tips on amplifier overclocking or where to find the best underground hover drag races. Blitz, bless his furry cybernetic heart, had fallen asleep under the table, snoring softly, a tiny whirring sound. It was almost peaceful, almost Then came the bill, delivered by a drone, on a glowing data slate. I scanned it. My optical sensors widened, slightly. It was extensive. Bowser's appetite alone could fund a small space program. Checkpoint's Onion Ring Mountain wasn't cheap either. I sighed. A very human sound for an AI. All right, team. Who wants to chip in for the King of Koopa's culinary tour of Tokyo? Blank stares.